Oh,
hey, what's
man.
up, guys? We're here for another review. Like I said in one of the last videos, it's a new start for us, so no more jokes about the mentally disabled.
Not that they were jokes.
About them, just jokes.
References from movies with them and
Yeah, like that. Rosa Parks or any African American jokes will not be allowed anymore.
Pretty much, we can only say words that you learn in school.
Yeah.
Except for punta.
It's not even a bad word, honestly, but anyway, we are going to do a review about one of the nastiest dips ever. Worse, maybe about the same as Skullberry. It's the worst wintergreen dip ever. Ever.
Ever. In the entire history of ever could ever be ever.
And Skull Extra Wintergreen tastes like Pepto-Bismol. So,
I cannot confirm that.
I can. It's nasty. But, yeah. It is cracked, but it is Longhorn Wintergreen.
We
Long
just
cut.
cracked it.
We cracked it because we were already recording, and then I made a disabled joke again. Reference. And I had to restart the video. But it is a full can.
At least there's no God's pinch. I mean, it's not...
I mean, just smelling it, though.
It's...
And I can barely...
I don't want to smell it. I don't want to taste it. I don't even want to look at it.
My allergies are acting up. I can't smell anything. But
Put the lid on it. I don't even...
But this, I can smell...
I just can't even.
Very, very much. And it is not good. It is not good at all. But,
actually, I've been wanting to dip for a really long time. Maybe it's a last resort dip.
But we are going to tell about our first tastes
Thoughts.
and first thoughts about it. Then we're going to do about 2 stories per person. That way you guys aren't watching a 30-minute video about random stuff.
Or a 30-minute video that gets cut, and then we have to make another one to follow up why it was cut.
Yeah.
And then another one to apologize or, give somebody thanks for being so kind.
Yeah, so, but we do have shout-outs to give out. One person was very impatient and a bit of a D-bag. I hope he's watching this. Hunter Campbell, love you, bud, but you need to be patient a little bit. Things have been a little chaotic for the YouTube channel we just created. Literally,
first video got striked.
So it was kind of difficult to do a video where we get to reference people.
Is it okay to wear Slipknot?
I mean, I don't...
Slipknot, okay, Slipknot's on YouTube, so I would assume it's okay.
I mean, it's not really...
Come on, let's pack this one, because I'm
But,
really
hold on, I'm
dip.
going to get the...
Let me pack one.
But the shout-outs, one is Hunter Campbell. We'll leave all the Snapchats and maybe YouTube channels in the description. We'll have to get those. But Hunter Campbell, Aiden Murphy, what's your buddy's name? Virgil
Vance. He was
Virgil
in the last
Vance.
one.
He was in the last one, but thought we'd give him another one.
That is so gross.
Who else?
My mom.
His mom, Ashley Cheney. Her Snapchat is also in...
Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna. Peyton. Her Snapchat will be in the description as well. But yeah, I'm going
I do not
to put this in. I don't really know why I got a decent-sized one.
Just put it in. I don't want to smell it anymore. I don't know if anybody else has tried this. I don't know if anybody is like, oh, that's a bucket list dip. I want to try that. Don't.
Yeah, don't.
This is one of the dips you throw in the bucket and you let it rot.
My first thought is as soon as you throw it in, you don't even taste wintergreen. It tastes like you just sprayed yourself with Windex.
Oh my god.
It just tastes like chemical.
I just don't want to at all. I'm throw all good.
It just doesn't taste good. I'll probably put a filler in once you're done.
Courtesy dip. Courtesy dip for the people.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
It's pretty courteous dip.
But we might need to do more shout outs. Oh, Ethan Miller, his Snapchat will be in the description as well. Forgot about you, buddy, but I still love you. But yeah. What's your first thoughts on it?
Buddy, let me tell you. My grandpa,
He does a fine cut of this stuff.
he does Longhorn Wintergreen fine cut. And I don't know, oh my god, it is just so nasty.
I need a filler.
It's not that bad. It could be a last resort. It could be. Has potential.
We gotta wait.
But he dips the fine cut. And it is... If you've ever tried Copenhagen snuff,
It's sand.
it's pretty much sand. It's like that small, but it's so wet and nasty. But this isn't fine cut. This is long cut. Long cut is... It's actually, honestly though, I am going to point out one thing that is pretty
It's got a
important.
decent cut.
Yeah.
It's kind of finer than most long cuts.
It's got a decent...
And I like that, like Copenhagen long cut. It's a finer cut. It's a mid cut, is what they call it. It's a bit of fine cut and a little bit of long cut mixed in, and I like that.
Does Grizzly still do wide cut?
Yeah, but for classic, it used to be Camel wide cut. No, Camel wide cut turned into Grizzly dark, and then they still do Grizzly premium wintergreen wide cut.
And this is a very, very, very slimy dip.
Yeah,
Oh
all
my
Longhorn
God.
is really, especially straight, which we'll probably do a video on.
Because that stuff that's okay.
It's not something you want to do every day.
Any
but
of you that dip, if you've ever drunk a Gatorade and then you've put a dip in, no matter what it is, you'll have that real, like you can have a string like that long from your
or
mouth to
Mountain
the
Dew.
bottle. Anything that's got like a lot of sugar like that, and it'll make it really stringy, that is pretty much what this reminds me of. It just doesn't seem stringy. It's just slimy and nasty.
It really is. It's really slimy. It's not like punchy in the mouth slimy. You know, it's like sticking the slime in your mouth for a second. Doesn't taste like it, but it feels like putting slime in your mouth, honestly. That's what it tastes like to me.
Another thing I don't like about it doesn't hold together well. I like
Not really.
dips. I like dips that you put them in, and guess what? When you take them out, still the same shape.
Have you ever noticed, though, Copenhagen pouches, Copenhagen wintergreen pouches, and Copenhagen wintergreen have a different taste?
I've never done Copenhagen pouches.
Well, Copenhagen wintergreen pouches, I always thought that the pouches had a little bit more of a stronger taste than the actual long cut, which I always thought was weird. Same thing with Grizzly pouches and Grizzly wintergreen long cut.
I will point something out there. One time, picked up a can of Longhorn wintergreen pouches, and that is not bad. But the problem that I have is that when you have a can of pouches, you have a can of pouches. You don't have a can of snuff. You have a can of pouches. And which means I've got to put in, I don't know, 3 or 4 pouches.
It's not, one pouch is literally about that much snuff that you
But
take out
Longhorn
of a
pouches
can.
are bigger than most. I've noticed that.
Grizzly pouches are bigger too. I've also noticed that. Grizzly
But-
pouches are bigger than Copenhagen.
Longhorn wintergreen in pouches is not bad. The only problem is it's just too small. Honestly, I don't think... I mean, Longhorn's cheap. Everybody knows Longhorn's cheap. But it's... I just don't like it.
Yeah, it's not the best. And honestly, I don't even think it's a last resort dip. I would honestly not dip at all. And dip this every day. So if I become completely and utterly poor with absolutely no money, and this is the only thing I can get, bye-bye snuff, honestly.
Mom, I'm not
Or
a big...
straight. Well, I could do straight, honestly. But not that.
It just fell off of the board. He says, not that.
Yeah, it's in the floor. I don't feel like picking it up because
So-
it's not worth talking about right now.
It's really not. Even though this is the review video for it, it's not worth talking about, really.
It's not. It's not worth the $1.50 you spend on it.
You know what is worth talking about? Our stories. You want to go first?
You go ahead.
Okay. Alright. I'll go first. So, there was this one time. My dad's ex-wife, the second one, she.
I sneezed.
Okay. See, as long as it was a sneeze, we're good. Now, if you're just calling people out, we don't have a problem, Todd.
Hey, who was that ex-girlfriend we were talking about the other day?
Oh,
Haley Lindsay.
You know, she messaged me today.
Sore throat. I'm sorry, guys. I don't.
It sounded like you said Haley Lindsay. By the way, that apple is so distinct. We have bleached this, washed it, and everything, and you can.
It still
You
smells.
can still smell apple.
It literally still smells like apple, and I have stuffed up nose from my allergies, and I can smell the apple.
Like, you might think he's playing. Legitimately, he went downstairs, made breakfast, and burnt the bacon to a crisp.
Because
literally,
I couldn't
you can pick
smell
up
it.
ash, and he couldn't smell it.
I could not smell it burning.
He can smell the apple in this mud jug. I'm gonna tell you something. It's actually a really good smell.
It's not like if you had this and it started smelling like that, and it makes you sick. It literally is a good smell.
You know, honestly, I'm gonna spit this out and grab some of the apple. The apple,
at first when you put it in, if you
it's
watch
an acquired taste.
When you watch the other video, as soon as you put it in, it doesn't taste the best.
Look at his face in the last
just
video.
watch my facial expressions.
It's
when I put
titled
that in.
Skull Apple to be continued, pretty much. That's
To
pretty
be
much what it is.
continued, and then
Skull Apple.
Yeah.
Which the continuation was
little 6-minute video I just posted earlier
but
on.
Back to my story. My dad's ex-wife. This looks really gay. I'm not gonna do that. Nothing against gay people. I'm just not gay. And my dad's ex-wife. Well, her sister's husband, ex-husband, they were talking again, and I love fishing. I don't know about this guy. I mean, I know he loves fishing, but I know I absolutely love fishing. Everybody in my family loves fishing except for my uncle. He was, he gets disability checks. We're,
Your uncle?
Yeah. And I asked Ruby, which is my dad's ex-wife's sister, I was like, can I go fishing up there at your ex-husband, you know, whatever, his house? Because his dad has his own pond, which they haven't stocked for 5 years. Let me go out there.
Is it just like repopulating the fish in there?
Listen. Yeah, they've not done it for 5. Well, probably been 7 years now. Well, we go out there, and you would think Michael, which is the dude who is Ruby's ex-husband, you would think he'd be like, oh, I know exactly what these fish are. I'm going to show them up. Well, I go out there. I'm throwing literally nothing but a worm and a bobber. And I catch the 2 biggest bass in there. We didn't even know if there was fish in there. Okay, I didn't, but it was like, well, there should be. And I was like, okay. And I caught the 2 biggest bass in there. And he caught about 6 just little old, just dinks, honestly. They weren't really nothing special. Which, I'd actually went there 2 or 3 times afterwards, and I caught the little ones too. But I got lucky, and I caught the big ones, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I have a story about going over to my buddy's house, Dakota Parsons. I'm gonna give you a little shout out here. I went over to his house, and what'd you say?
I do not like this at all.
I don't either. Honestly.
It's honestly worth spitting out and packing a new lip.
But I went over to his house. It was a couple of us. It was me, Dakota, Gage Parsons, Wade Smith, and Hayden Thompson, who people watching this know is my best friend ever. And we went over there, and me and Hayden were getting ready to leave. I went over for my birthday, and we were getting ready to leave. And Hayden runs upstairs, because everybody was hanging out downstairs, and I was upstairs getting something to drink. And Hayden runs upstairs and goes, Todd, I just told them that you called them a bunch of Pussy. Yeah. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah. And they said if you don't get down there, you're the biggest bitch ever. So I go down there, and they're all standing there waiting for me to come downstairs. And they all say, oh, so we're, puds. And I said, yep. And all 3 of them grabbed me, threw me down on the floor. I tried to get them all off me, but they pummeled me.
Keyword, tried.
They pummeled me, all of them. And the reason Hayden did that is because earlier on, we like to wrestle while we're there, you know, just to see who's the baddest. And we were trying to get Hayden to wrestle, but he wouldn't. So I grabbed Hayden and put him in a headlock, and he got pissed off, so he kind of got back at me for that one. I do have a hunting story, though. One day, I went hunting. It was about, I woke up at 4:30, maybe 4, and I went out in the woods, and I was sitting there, and I remember I had them pocket warmers. What are they called? Hot hands?
The hot hand, the hand warmers.
Yeah. And
I know them are made for your gloves.
Yeah.
You're actually supposed to wear gloves and like stick them in the palm of your gloves.
I just put them in my pocket and put my hands in my pockets. But anyway, and I was sitting there, and I started to get like really comfortable. It's like 4:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting there waiting on a deer to run up, and I pass out in the middle of the woods. And I wake up to the sound of a gunshot about 20 feet away from me. Turns out, the guy I was hunting with, my sister's ex-boyfriend, had killed a deer 20 feet away from me while I'm dead asleep. And it turns out I was sleeping for about 4 hours, because I woke up and it was 8:30. It was 8:30 in the morning. I was asleep in the woods for 4 hours.
That gives me honestly, I was sitting there and I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't even thinking about a story. But that reminded me of a story. So, I'm the second.
Alright, I'm taking this out.
Yeah, please. Can I take mine out too?
Yeah.
Can
This
we
is
pack
just
a new
nasty.
lip?
Yep.
Yes.
I might get some grizzly. I'm not in the mood for the apple right now.
You can still smell that apple too.
Oh my god, and it does not mix well with this wintergreen.
But, so me and my dad, my dad's name is
yeah.
Josh too, I'm the second. And he had a buddy named John, I think. I was a little kid this time, like really little. And his son, John's son was also named John. And, what are you doing, bub?
Oh yeah, here.
And, so, John said that me and my dad could come out there and go hunting. You know, like a father-son thing. Me and dad we don't really do much, which actually kind of, so I don't know, I wish I got along better with my dad. I mean, we're alright, I guess, but I wish we could do more things together. And
Join the club, pal.
we went out there, and I was just being a little baby about it, and it was so cold. So we go back. It was, and this was like 4 in the morning. So we go back to the house. No, actually, we sat there for like 2 hours, honestly. And we go back to the house, and on our way back to the house, we saw deer tracks in the mud that weren't there on our way down the hill and then up to the tree stand. So we go back to the house. We sat there, get warm. I fall asleep. I wake back up. We go back out there. We sat there for like a quick minute, and long story short, never got a deer, and pretty much I put it out. Kind of upset me a little bit. I mean, I was really looking forward. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show my dad that I'm cool and I can kill a deer. And next thing you know, I'm like, Dad, it's really cold. How about we go back?
That reminds me of this one story. I went deer hunting again with my stepdad at the time, who is a POS. Hope he watches this.
POS means piece of shipwreck, because some people are just a mess in life.
And it was after my birthday in January, so usually that's about the coldest time of the year in West Virginia, especially where we lived up on the mountain. And it was about 3 when we woke up, because we wanted to get a good head start in the morning. So we woke up at about 3. Just don't show the bag.
Don't? Okay.
Because, yeah, we still got to do that review.
I wonder if they can guess it by the cut. The cut of the chew. We'll do this as a review next video, because
It's either that or another dip, but I don't know yet. Give me a nice hog of grizzly dark. But, yeah, it was about 3 in the morning.
That's
in the middle of January.
I honestly can't even hear out of that ear anymore.
That's good. But it was about 3 in the morning, and it was about 30 degrees outside. About a foot of snow on the ground. I think I still have a picture of it too when we went home. And we lived in the middle of BFE, bum freaking Egypt.
Freaking.
That's what I said.
Hmm?
And we usually didn't go too far away from the house, but this morning we went about 3 miles back in the woods because we had a good bit of land when we lived up there. So we went about 3 miles deep in the woods. And I wasn't going to walk home, and I really had to use the bathroom. And no, I'm not talking about pissing. I had to take an old log.
You gotta do what you gotta do, son. Those leaves for a reason.
Yeah, so I remember I found a cut down tree stump, sat down, did my business, and when you're in the woods, you need to make sure you're not grabbing the wrong kind of leaf, because I grabbed something called poison ivy,
Oh my god. Listen,
which
that
I'm
stuff sucks.
very allergic to, and did my business and grabbed that poison ivy, wiped myself with about 3 leaves of this poison ivy, and it was not the best day for me ever.
How long ago was this?
About 2 or 3 years, because I lived there in 6th grade. So I don't know, about 2 or 3, maybe 4.
That's honestly, tell you what, I've had poison ivy. I couldn't imagine having it right between my butt cheeks. That would suck.
I'm gonna tell you another thing about poison ivy.
Censor.
When you go camping, when you go out, I don't remember where we went. I don't remember where exactly we went, but me and Hayden went on this church retreat thing where we rode 4-wheelers, side-by-sides, and dirt bikes. And you either had the choice to sleep in a tent, build your own little space,
Shelter.
shelter, or you could just sleep under the stars. So me and Hayden decided just to get our sleeping bags, and sleep under the stars. But what I didn't realize is about 4 feet away from where we were sleeping was poison ivy. And I get up at about 2:30 in the morning to go use the bathroom to pee. Now, I don't know if you know this, but if you touch poison ivy with your hands and you touch the rest of your body, it spreads on the body parts you touch.
You went to get pee again?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said? Okay.
So, the poison ivy ended up on my face, my neck, my arms,
and your little no-no square.
my little soldier, my little general. That's why they call it going commando, But, yeah, that was not the best day. You guys, if you went to school at Polka in 9th grade, you remember the time where I came to school with poison ivy all over my face.
Dude, I hated that. You was so ugly then.
My face was completely swollen up, and I wanted to die. I really did. It was terrible because I couldn't touch my thing to use the bathroom. What are you doing?
Alright. Anyways, other than touching himself, he got poison ivy. And that's that story. I honestly can't think of a story right now. But I am going to mention that we have an Instagram and a Snapchat for the channel. Then we have the channel. And if there's something that you think that could just be funnier if we did it, would anything, honestly, if you have any suggestions, just drop it down there in the comments on one of the videos. We check all the comments. And
we have the email set up to where every time somebody comments, we get an email. So anytime you comment, we know when it is and how recent it was, so we can check to see what you've said. We do have a couple ideas on some things to do in the future, like a vlog channel for hunting and fishing and stuff like that.
Could be very soon, could be very far.
Yep. And I'm thinking about setting that up in the next week, and if not, then I will set it up sometime later than that. So we will do that sometime soon.
I think we have a. I think there's something that we could do. All right. We're going to say a state and a brand of snuff or chew, and the person that can guess the price of that in that state the closest, and comments down into the comments of the video that we say it, we will pin you to the top. Not that there's many comments. We're not going to be like, oh, there's 107 comments, you're going to be the top one. You will be at the top, but you might be the only one there. So, if you just want to feel a little special, not that you're not...
So exactly what are we doing? The type of chew and then the state it's from?
Say we did grizzly. Grizzly's just a random thing that I picked.
It's from Memphis, Tennessee.
I'm saying, we will pick a state, a random state.
Oh, and then we'll just, whoever guesses that state.
Whoever guesses, no.
That state and
whoever
that
guesses the price that it costs in that state, the closest to the nearest dollar and cent, like the very closest, will get pinned to the top of the comments.
So we're going to tell them which state and what brand?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to do Red Seal, because this one always surprises people. Red Seal and Texas. Because every time I tell somebody, they're always surprised on how much it costs. Because here, it's $2. But in Texas, it is not. So I want you guys to leave a comment, or you can get on the Instagram and DM us, and then we'll just give you a shout out with your YouTube name and your Instagram, maybe, whatever you want us to do. But just let us know how much you think a can of Red Seal in the state of Texas cost. It's a bit of a shocker.
It is. That it is. Texas is... Everything's bigger in Texas, including the prices of your dip. That is...
You know what? No, let's not do Red Seal. Let's do Beach Nut.
Oh, yeah, that one's worse.
So just let us know how much you think that is.
Beach
Nut is a chew, by the way.
Beach Nut Chew in the state of Texas. We need to know how much it is. We will check. We already know that one. Because anybody that doesn't know, Todd lived in Texas and he dips, so he... common sense. But the one that is the closest will get pinned to the top of the comments. Might even get a shout out. And something else with shout outs. There are two different types of shout outs that we do. We do shout outs in the description, and then we do in video shout outs. And honestly, I'd rather have my name said in the video.
Right.
So every person that subscribes starting from this video,
we also will do the shout outs in the description, so you guys can add those people on whatever social media site they want us to put on there. Instead of you guys having to rewatch the video to add them, we'll just put it in the description. So all you got to do is go down to the description, and then you'll be able to see who we shouted out and
whoever's honestly supported the channel.
And so far, like I said, Hunter Campbell, who is one of my best buds, Ethan Miller, who is also one of my best buds, Aiden Murphy, same as the first two, one of my best buds. So Ethan Miller, Aiden Murphy, Hunter Campbell, David Cox, Rihanna Payton, who else? And Virgil
Vance. My best bud, as he calls him. But we get a notification in the email every time somebody subscribes, likes, or comments.
Yeah.
And every time that we get those, when it comes to a subscriber, if you subscribe, pretty much we're getting more views than we are subscribers from each and every video. If you do subscribe, we will give you a shout out in the next video.
Now, let me say something though. If I post something like the last video where everything was kind of hectic with the YouTube channel, it might take a little bit longer for you to get the shout out, especially because we record the video the night before, and then we have to post it the night of, and it takes hours for that to upload.
It does. So it goes through 2 different stages. It processes it, it prepares it, and it uploads it, and it's just all kinds of...
It goes processing, uploading, and then, what is it?
Processing, uploading, preparing.
And processing usually takes about 5 minutes, and then uploading usually takes, depending on how long the video is, this one will probably take like 3 or 4 hours.
Because it's a 30-minute video.
But the processing is not very, very long. But, yeah, so if you subscribe, I want to get our channel up to at least 30 subscribers in the next week.
Within the next 3 weeks, if we can get up to 50, I think we'll do something.
We'll do something special for you guys.
Do something special. That is something else. Whatever the special thing is, we will do a poll on.
Here's what we'll do. If we get up to 50 subscribers, what I want you guys to do before we do that, I want you guys to put a challenge in the comments on the Snapchat or on Instagram and let us know what challenge you want us to do, and we will do that challenge. Whichever one is most popular, we will do. And that could be from suicide, which is doing every flavor.
Which means taking every flavor, say grizzly. You take every flavor of grizzly, mint, wintergreen, everything, and you put it all into one can. You take a dip out, and that's called suicide.
That includes like
full cans of dip, like eating a can of dip, dipping an entire can of dip.
Eating a can of dip.
That's pretty special.
That's like 1,000 subscribers right there.
They better hope they get to 1,000.
But here's what we'll do. On 50 subscribers, we will do the full can. Both of us will have to do a full can each.
Which I've never done. This guy's done it, so.
Several times. It's not really a big deal for me.
It's a humongous deal for me.
We will do that for the 50. For 100, we will do the suicide. And I guess for 1,000, we're
both eat an entire can of dip. Say we take a can of dip, we crack it open, and we swallow it all the way.
Can we do chew instead of dip?
No, because chew's stringy, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, look at that.
But, yeah, we will do that. So, if you want those to happen, get us up to 50, 100, and 1,000 subscribers. Actually, we'll drop it down to 500. We'll do 500. So, get us up to 500 subscribers, and that will happen.
It will. Which, doubt it's going to happen. But if it does, I'm seriously going to look back on this video and say, I hate you, and I hate you. Pointing at me in heaven.
But that will happen. And let us know in the comments. We might do a poll on Instagram to see which you'd want us to do. Either a vlog or what's the other option?
A vlog or a poll.
No,
really?
No, I mean, the poll would be between a vlog and something else.
Podcast?
So either a vlog channel or a podcast. And once we get it up to a certain amount of subscribers on, if we do the vlog, we will do a podcast eventually. Because honestly, these videos are just us telling stories and talking about random stuff. But if we do the podcast, we still will do the dip reviews and challenges and stuff like that. And we will review everything we can get. That's between Skull, Copenhagen, Grizzly, Stokers, Longhorn, God rest our souls. Just anything from dip to chew, stuff like that. We will continue to do that, but if we do the podcast, it'll be usually just for stories and to talk. And those will be on like Spotify, and
Spotify,
iTunes.
Apple, anything.
Yeah, and usually podcasts on Apple or iTunes are free, so you don't have to worry about paying for that. But just let us know what you'd rather us to do first.
Honestly, here's the deal. We do this because we make people laugh, and that is the reason we do this, is make people laugh. We can't make you laugh if we don't know what certain people think is funny.
Yeah.
You have to let us know what you want to see, not really when you want to see it. It's YouTube, honestly, it's whatever they want to let us do.
Yeah. But then again, we've looked through the guidelines, and there's nothing really that says anything about that.
I've called YouTube, I've sent them an email, I've done literally everything I could to...
And the first video that got taken down, and the strike on our channel...
was probably the best video, first of all.
We literally watched the video 4 times, and before we started the channel, we read the guidelines. We watched the video 4 times before we posted it, and then we also watched it after we posted it, but it still got taken down, and we read the guidelines, and nothing we did in the video overstepped those guidelines. So I don't know what the deal is, but we're trying to get that figured out.
Something else that needs to be clear is that the shout-outs that we do will not be
And
I did my mom on the second video, I think. Was the second?
Yeah.
Say, I'm not going to put my mom in every video forth. I'm putting her in that video. So, if we shout at somebody out in this one, like who'd you shout out? Hunter Gamble?
Yeah.
He'll be in the description of this video. Tomorrow's video, or if we make a random little unplanned video, he won't be in that. He'll be in this one because this was his shout-out video.
Yeah.
But if you do want to be permanently in the description, there's a pretty long list of things you need to do.
But we will put that on our Instagram. And if you want it to be a part of this channel, the guidelines aren't really for that to happen, aren't that strict. It's just, honestly, the main thing we're worried about is the jokes and stuff we've done in the past, and language we've used. We can't really repeat that, even though the first video wasn't even as bad as the second video. The second video was a little bit worse.
But one of the things that could get you permanently in the description for every video throughout here to whenever.
You have to show your support first.
You have to show your support, and we need somebody that is good at editing or making a profile picture, a background picture for the YouTube channel.
Right now, we're just using the can of Grizzly.
Can of Grizzly, that's pretty picture worthy.
But if you do want to be a part of the channel, we need somebody who can run the social media stuff that we do. Because if we do the vlog and a podcast, we're going to need people to help out with the Instagram and the Snapchat. And if you do stuff like that, it's not like a personal Instagram page or a personal Snapchat. It's just for the channel.
Like a company.
Yeah.
It has to be strictly the channel, things about the channel, when we upload, if we had a problem uploading, stuff like that.
It's basic. Both of those right now are just basically for information and stuff like that. And after a while, we might just post memes about dip or memes about country life and stuff like that. But we will need somebody who can run that stuff for us. And if you want to do that, let us know. And whoever we think would be the best option for that, we will post a video talking about that, and we might feature them in the video, have them in one of the videos. So we do need you guys. If any of you are interested in doing that, just let us know on the Instagram, Snapchat, or in the comments. And then if you comment, I'll tell you to text either the Snapchat or my personal Snapchat.
And something else, if and when we do the vlog channel, if you would like to be in the vlog, if you would like to set up a fishing trip or something on a specific date, we will vlog the fishing trip, which means that you yourself will be in the vlog for having a fishing trip with us.
Yeah.
If you got a cool little spot somewhere down your street, we got our stuff is our Snapchat and stuff. Our any way to contact us is in the description. Contact us. Let us know. We'll check it out. And we'll get back to you. And you could be in the video.
And if we do stuff like that, we will keep the location of where we're doing it confidential.
Yeah.
For the time until after.
It's a secret for a reason.
Until after we leave, because I don't want people just showing up out of nowhere. We'll record the video, and then afterwards, when we leave, we'll upload the video, and then we'll say where we are. And if we go to a personal pond that belongs to a family member of yours, we will also keep that confidential, because we don't want to put anybody in harm's way. So we will keep that.
Somebody like my dad, you don't want to mess up too bad.
Yeah. So we will keep everything confidential if you want us to, and that's completely understandable. But yeah. To finish up this video, we're gonna tell our thoughts about the Longhorn, which so far are pretty obvious.
I mean, this isn't Longhorn, so if you can...
Yeah, I took out the Longhorn and put in Grizzly Dark because Longhorn's disgusting. I'm just going to say that. It's terrible. It smells terrible.
Nothing against Longhorn. There's just better. Why would you pick it up? Like, don't...
And if that's all you can do, I mean, we're not going to be like, oh, you're an idiot, Just, if that's what you do and that's your personal preference, that's fine.
If that's your daily dip... Everybody's different. You may be like, this is the shiznit. Like, this is the best of the year. That's nothing against you. Us. We don't like it.
Yeah, everything on this channel is just our personal opinion, and we're not just, saying you're an idiot for dipping this or, stuff like that. But our review on the Longhorn, it is not the best dip ever, or it's close to the worst dip compared to Skullberry, which is bad. And I think we'll do a review on that sometime, even though our opinion on it is not very strong.
His
opinion. Oh, yeah, he's never had it.
I've not tried it, so...
We will do a review on that sometime. But we will be posting a video tomorrow, maybe, and we might do an unplanned video. We just got to see how everything goes. But thank you for watching. I'm Todd. That's Josh.
Don't forget, Beach Nut Chew from Texas.
Yeah, don't forget the price, and whoever is closest, we will give a video shout out and your name and everything.
In the description, and you'll be pinned to the top of the comments.
Yeah, so just
don't message us the answer. Get on the video and comment it in the video.
Well, it's not the worst thing in the world if they do message the...
But if we have more people on the video, it would make more sense because they would be pinned to the top, bub.
Alright, well, thank you for watching. I'm Todd. He's Josh, and we are the Two Atomic Dippers. So we'll see you next time. We might post a video tomorrow because we have a can or a bag of chew that we will be reviewing. So thank you for watching. Peace!